I'm Maryann Tebben. I am faculty at Simon's Rock. I've been here for 23 years. I teach French and French literature, language and literature, and I teach in the Center for Food Studies and the Center for Food and Resilience. My degree is in French literature, so that's where I started. I teach French language, the beginning language, I teach in the academy, I teach upper level language courses and literature courses, and I teach a course called French Food and Literature in French. That's sort of how I segue to the other half of my teaching duties, which is food studies. So I teach a number of food studies courses, one on cheese, one on fermented foods, one on French food, and I do an intro food studies course, which covers a lot of ground. The fun thing about the food studies courses is one half of it is discussion and readings, and one half of it is cooking. So we'll cook together, and we'll try out recipes, and we'll talk about why they work or why they don't, and we'll really do some hands-on experimenting. So my favorite thing about working at Simon's Rock is there is ultimate freedom here. I am trained as a French literature professor, and there is some overlap between French and food, but it's not a direct path, and I was really allowed to pursue that wholeheartedly. So I created these food studies courses that have a hands-on element, and I'm allowed to teach them, and I have people coming and taking them and really being enthusiastic about it. And what I think is great is that the students will come to me and say, you know what I would like to know about, I would like to work on, is this topic, and I can help them do that. And I've been really proud of the food studies curriculum and the food studies program. I've had 4 food studies majors recently, and they've each done really different projects, and they've pursued them on their own, and I can kind of follow them. What I find most valuable about the students at Simon's Rock is their courage and their willingness to pursue what it is they're interested in, even if they may not see the end point yet, but we'll help them get there. So those thesis projects I worked on, for example, there was somebody who was doing a research project on the herbs that are helpful for women's health and ended up doing a compilation of the herbs on campus. So now we have in the library a printed thesis that talks about the herbs that you can find on campus, and you can use them for your own health. And we have other people who do more policy-oriented, and these are people who are going to go out and change the world someday. I know they will, and I get to be with them for a little while. And they're just inspiring that way. I think courageous is the word I would use.